Hello, this is the CJ Griffin podcast. This is episode 5. We're going to go, I'm going to be telling you my top 5 favorite German heavy metal albums of all time. The bands from Germany, mostly 80s, that play German metal. And similar to the previous podcast I recorded, this one is it's going to be top 10, so pretty much, and I have a lot of German albums, so we're gonna, or German metal albums by, I have multiple albums by multiple bands, and also it is early, but I felt like recording this now before I forget, so we're gonna go number 1. Obviously, I am listening to the naming them out on my phone, so we're gonna do this one at number 10. It's Exhumer. The album is called Possessed by Fire, and this album is pretty good. You've got Possessed by Fire, Destructive Solution, Fallen Saint, Immortal in Black, Sorrows of the Judgment, Exxon Dark Star, which is an amazing song, Reign of Sadness, Journey to Oblivion, and Silent Death. Now, this is a really good thrash metal. Basically, the thrash metal albums will be kind of on the back end, not because I don't like them, but I prefer German speed metal more. But this album is number 10. I keep coming back to this when I want to listen to some German thrash. The songs are pretty good. I'm gonna play you a snippet of Fallen Saints. This is called Flowers of Judgment. I really like their cover with, I don't know if it's their mascot. I mean, I think it is. It's like a medieval medieval mask. All right, so that is number 1. Now we're gonna get into, as we get further down the list, we're gonna get into more thrash. Like I said, the thrash metal is gonna get closer and closer. I don't really think, I have a lot of German albums, but see, I just don't know what to put there. So we're going to get the thrash out of the way, and then we'll move closer and closer. So at number 9 is an album I keep going to, Hell is Burning Up by a band called Chainsaw. Songs on here, you could call it thrash and speed. I don't know really. I guess it's like the mix, like the combined genre, like when they try to describe a lot of bands. Usually, when I play you some of these songs, you guys be the judge. If you guys like it, let me know on Twitter, or message me on Twitter, or subscribe to me on YouTube or whatever. I only use Twitter. I don't use Facebook or Instagram. The songs on here are pretty good. Hell's Burning Up, The Dungeon, Last Fortress, Cut Loose, Rage and Revenge, Midnight Hunter, Born to Kill, He Knows You're Not Alone, and Ageless Force. Pretty much because I download all my albums. This version had a couple demos on there, and I don't really like demos when it comes to this kind of stuff. Like when I get reissues or download reissues, I like to be able to get extra tracks. And obviously if I buy it on iTunes, I'll keep it as is, but if it's songs that I've already listened to, or let's say Chainsaw, they threw in they had an EP and they threw in an EP, I would be a fan of that. All right, so I'm going to play you a couple of these songs just so you guys get an idea of the album. In case you like it, you can listen to it. Honestly, Off the top of my head, I really like this one. Last Fortress when I put on this album, I always put on Last Fortress. It's very raw. Born to Kill is a really good song. I get very good Judas Priest vibes, so you guys be the judge when you listen to this. All right, so that's number 9. Let's move on to number 8. I have 2 Death Row albums here, Rise of Doom or Raging Steel. I'm going to pick Raging Steel because Riders of Doom is very progressive, but Raging Steel has a different edge to it. So you got The Dawn, Raging Steel, Shadow by the Wind, Dragon's Blood, The Thing Within, Pledge to Death, Mortal Dread, The Undead Cry, and Beyond the Light. Let's play Raging Steel. It's got a good Slayer beat to it. That's what I read. I mean, it's okay. I'm trying to do at least 2 tracks of the albums. If I really like an album, I'll play more than one just because I like the album. So that's number 8. Okay, I'm sorry it's early. I'm really on, but as we get closer and closer down the list, all these albums are pretty much gonna make sense. Okay, so I don't really have a lot of German thrash or German heavy metal. But number 7, I think, we're going to do Paradox. This album is called Hershey. Hershey. You got Hershey, Church for Perfection, Kill Time, Crusader's Revenge, The Burning, MOTC, Serenity, 700 Years On, Castle in the Wind, The Burning, and Massacre of the Catharers. Just ignore that. Actually, fuck it. You know what? What was I going to say? One of you guys, I'm just going to give you a heads up. A lot of the podcasts I have are going to be raw, so whatever is in the background is in the background. So now we're going to put on some Kill Time. Pretty good song. I like Kill Time the best. Search for Perfection is a pretty good song as well. I get very I get very Exodus vibes. So that's 7. Now we're on to 6. Now this is where it gets interesting because as we get closer to number 5, there are a lot of albums I care for. Now I'm going to say this: Helloween used to be my favorite band. Not so much anymore. I'm more into other German bands and bands that I've been listening to for years. Now, straight up, and I'm going to give you a spoiler alert. Walls of Jericho and one of the Keeper albums is not number 1. The other Keeper album, or closer to number 1. But speaking of what I was talking about, it's a hard one for number 6. I'm a big fan of the band Scanner, and most people who are into German power metal or this kind of style of German metal usually take one of these. But as much as I like S.L. Cole, the guy who recorded a couple of my favorite German metal bands. I have to go with Hypertrance by Scanner. There's something. I've always been a fan of concept albums. That's why, like with Cloven Hoof, for instance, I'm a big fan of Russ North. But for some reason, Dominator is much better than A Sultan's Ransom. Um, I'll get to that. I don't have A Sultan's Ransom on my phone. Pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing album comparisons. I get that from the from Talk Is Jericho, where he does classic album clash. I'm going to be doing that with some of the albums I like and try to see, oh, well, is this one good? Is this one good? A couple of ones on the list will be coming soon. I just figure because German metal is kind of one of my favorite genres, I might as well do it like this. So I have Warp 7. Warp 7, you know. Therion, Locked Out, Across the Universe, oh no, you know, Across the Universe, you know, Grapes of Fear, Meditation Positive, Killing Fields, and Wizard Force. Now, normally, I would get I would download, or the edition I downloaded, pretty much has all the bonus tracks on it. This doesn't have any bonus tracks. This has more. The typical album, because Galactic, I think Galactic Field or Galactic something or Galacos, that wasn't originally put on the album. This is, I think, a first edition from '88, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm gonna play you a couple of my favorite tracks. Warp 7 #1 is one of my favorites. As we get closer and closer, like I said, I'm gonna be playing multiple tracks on the album because of the ones I like. The Velvet. Nah, I can't sing. I can't sing that. Great song. No, Not years we have overcome, cross the universe. I really love Major's vocals. Now we're getting into top 5, and probably you guys are gonna, you know, if you guys listen to this, there's gonna be some controversy here. I mean, big fan of this band, but it's hard to pick. I have Gates of Purgatory on iTunes. I pretty much bought it. This is Running Wild, for instance, but I don't know. There's something about Brandon Exile that I like, so that's my number 5. I will say this: I'm going to do a revised list of my favorite album from '84 because I actually forgot to put. By the way, so you guys are aware, my favorite album from 1984 is actually "Don't Break the Oath" by Merciful Fate, but I forgot what I said, and I realized, wait, not "Don't Break the Oath," so that's a little thing. Now with this album came out in '85, and you got Brandon Exile, Gods of Iron, Realm of Shades, Mortar, Fight the Oppression, Evil Spirit, Marching Death, and of course Chains and Leather. I've a couple editions I have, like, of Running. Well, I love Running Wild. Every once in a while, they're a band I get back into. They're like a couple different bands that I've listened to over the years. It's like I've removed them. I haven't listened to them. I removed them. It's like it's crazy. Now to fill out the list, obviously, even though I said one album per artist, as we get closer and closer down on the list, I'm gonna include 2 albums from artists. Even though when most people do lists, they don't. They usually put in 2, but as we get closer and closer, because we're at number 5, and I don't want to like stop at 3 and go wait, but no. Next couple bands are the ones I'm gonna listen to. All right. Anyway, So I'm gonna play you. Um, if you are into German metal and power metal, then we're gonna play you songs you probably know. And this is one of my favorites because I was watching a documentary by a guy named Metal School on YouTube, and like he does discographies and he does reviews of them. Now I love this song now because it's about heavy metal, and I feel like I am Brandon in Exile because I don't have a lot of friends I can relate to in this music, and when there are people that actually like that kind of music. My ancient dogs are here, by the way. Great song. I love Realm of Shades. Shades. Running Wild has such an epicness about it that this song has a really good sense. This album. Now I have no problem with Preacher, but for some reason, with Rock and Rolf, and of course you have Magic Moti. With Running Wild, like some bands I know the artist really well. After like with this band, it's like where do people come up with their name, Magic Moti? But I don't know. And that's number 5. Let's get into number 4. This is going to be a spicy one now. I'm a big fan of this band, and most people don't really know them that well, but number 4 is Tyrant. They're a band that's really inspired by Judas Priest. As you can tell, they pretty they're pretty good, obviously. But I have to go with the Fight for Your Life album that is entitled Metal Rules. I've been a fan of this album for years. Like this has constantly been on my phone just in case. Like, hey, I want to listen to this shit again. You have Dark Eyes of London, which is an instrumental track. You got Up the Hammer. The lead vocalist of this band, for some dumb reason, is called Kermit. I don't know why it doesn't sound like fucking Kermit. Like Patrick Mahomes, the quarterback of Kansas City Chiefs, he sounds like Kermit. If he sang metal, I don't know if he does because he's too young for it. No offense, Patrick Mahomes. He would, I would call him Kermit. Like imagine if he sung like that voice. Anyway, number 3's Fight for Your Life. We'll fight for your life. No, he actually, I don't know, but Kermit, I don't know his real name. He legit sounds like Udo from Accept. He has like a crazy thing, crazy shit going on. You got Metal Rules, Street Fighter, One Down, Two to Go, Goodness, Danger, Can't Stand Still, and then We Will Rock. They have another song off their early albums called We Will Rock Your Bottom. We will. Dun, 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 I am going to do honorable mentions. I don't, honestly, when I make these lists, I'm not really thinking right. Because there's a couple of these albums that are my favorite. That I've actually been listening to so much that I am a legit crazy. Okay, so we're going to play a couple of my favorite songs. How does a vocalist sound like Kermit? Metal Rules number 4 on the album is the title for a lot of the reissues of this album, which makes sense. Metal Rules. This song, track 5, is my favorite. All right, that's my number 4. Now we're gonna get spicy. We got for number. Or that was number. Wait, was that number 5 or 4? This album by Vampire. Now, in the honorable mentions, I'm just gonna say straight away, I like Black Fate and I like Black Tears, two good heavy metal bands. But for the sake of the list, I only picked Tyrant because I've liked that album for years. I haven't listened to it in a while, but I'll get into it again. This also just kind of reintroduces myself for this shit. But Cry Out for Metal by Vampire. This album is amazing. You got Oath, Sinner, Indianapolis tonight. You know, just like, you know, you got Hellbent Angels, which to me is like all of these obscure metal bands have one song that you would consider to be an anthem, like Gravestone, a band I really like. They have a song called I Love the Night. Like that's one of those songs, like every obscure metal band has like a song that you go, well, if they got big, that would be their hit. Hellbent Angels is kind of a mild track. I don't know. I mean, at least in metal fans, I don't know. You got Scantherm, I can't even say that word. Mercy Killing, Metal Helm, Warrior, Breaking Metal, and Vampire. Pretty much a lot of the songs just begin the same way. And I know they're influenced by Motorhead. I mean, I'm not the biggest Motorhead fan, but you know, it's crazy. All right, so Sinner. Let's start. I'm banging my head on where I am right now. He's the sinner, way down low. And then, of course, favorite track on the album, Indianapolis. This is about Indianapolis 500 and just fucking speedy as fuck. Shooting like a bullet, rather than at home. Start again. This heart attack, here's another soul. On your neck. And then, of course, the song I was telling you about. That's one of my favorite songs, Mercy Killing. My neck is gonna hurt. Warrior's amazing though. Basically, I love that intro. One, yell, two. One, yell, drive. Like, cool. So that's Warrior. Now we're gonna get into top two. Now as we get closer and closer, like I said on the list, I'm gonna give honorable mentions now in between ones. So even though I'm a big fan of these guys, I can't. I leave them. I have to leave them out of the list because the next two albums are kind of albums that. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave this album as an honor. How about? Actually, yeah, no. So my first ever German thrash band was Angel Dust, and they will be my honorable mention for. Now, the only reason I'm doing that is I like it, but I haven't listened to it in a while. Both albums that Angel Dust both albums that they put out in the Dark Past into Dust Will Decay. I like the Dust Will Decay though because I really like that style. Even though it's thrash metal, I would consider it more power thrash. You got Third Challenge, which is an instrumental in Mr. Inferno, amazing song. You got I can't even sing right now, but you got Wings of an Angel in the Dark Past Part 2, The King for so long, to Dust Will Decay, Stranger, The Duel, Hold On, Flight to Russia. Stranger, of course. I forgot about that, but all the songs on this album, I mean, have you ever guys listened to an album before and you think, man, I don't want this shit to end. This is so fucking epic. This is what this album is. But the reason I'm only putting it as an honorable mention is because I really like Sinner. I really like an album by Sinner, but fuck it. You know what? This is gonna be number whatever. Sorry, Sinner's gonna be the honorable mention. I just changed my mind. I like this album a little bit more. I might as well just finish up number 2 with albums I really like. And there's gonna be no Halloween. Halloween is gonna be in the honorable mention side. Same thing with Sinner. So yeah, you got Mr. Inferno. I'm gonna play that one for you. And then David fights Goliath, which is a slam. In a holy wall, life for life, life for life. Mr. Inferno! He was responsible. Mr. Inferno! And of course, Wings of an Angel. Brothers, family, wings of an angel. And not so much. I don't like that one that much. The King is an amazing song. I get fucking Exodus vibes for this shit. Amazing song. Hey! Listen, hey. Change is a good song. Amazing song, The Duel. Hold on. This is Come on. Really good track. So in the honorable mentions, I put Sinner. Both of their albums were pretty good, but because I am a big fan of that one and this next album, 1985, it's called Hellish Crossfire by Iron Angel. One of the most, holy shit, I love the album that came after this, but fucking shit, man. There's just some sort of fucking energy about this album. It's like every time I go on yesterday I was driving around with my cousin JJ, and because I'm in Connecticut for this week, and he has this hookup to my brother's old car. It's like a aux radio, and it's like a radio plug-in, but it's a Lightning connection. So pretty much I've just been freaking like in the car, like I don't know what people think, but I just love blasting this fucking album. It's so good. I mean, I don't care what you guys think. Oh, this is satanic. Why you listening to fucking devil worship and shit? Dude, if you like that style of music, you shouldn't really care what the lyrics say. They're not like, it's not like, oh, fuck it, you need to kill for Satan, man. Like, shut up. Pisses me off. You got the Italians, Sinner 666, Black Mass, Church of the Lost Souls, Hunter and Change, Rush of Power, in the Rush of Power, Legions of Evil, Wife of the Devil, Nightmare. Nightmare's pretty. It's an okay song. See, and Metal Archive is bullshit. People are like, oh, it's supposed to be heavy all the time. I'm like, it's not going to be heavy all the time. It's speed metal. It's going to be a little bit more melodic at times. This track, Metallian, is my favorite, so we're going to go down the list. We're going to listen to most of these tracks. Intent to Power, Sinner, amazing. I turned the signal, this is going on. 666, that's my number. I Love the fucking vocals, dude. This song, Black Mass, which I'm playing right now, is this is such a good drum song, especially. It's kind of it's so good. What I'm talking about. I think shit. Church of the Lost Soul is an amazing fucking track. This track, amazing. Track 5 and 6, I can just fucking listen back to back. This is more of a dirty, like I love that riff. And then of course you got Humphrey changes the contrast. We can't seem to fall. I can't do it. How can it go? Something inside home makes up the universe. And of course, the best song on the album, in my opinion. Well, all the songs are good. Rush of Power. Holy shit. Fucking powerful as fuck. Oh my god, dude. This is, I think, just the most intense female I think I've heard. I don't know. Intensity about it. And just... I'm gonna shoot it out. I'm gonna shoot it out. When you battle the devil, battle the power, you know. Your boys in leather, coming from the power. I can't do drum beats. There's just something about it, I can't do it. I don't know what like, it's not a Slayer beat, and then I could just play this entire fucking album. I don't care. It's so fucking good. And I'm sure you guys have probably done something like that. I can't help it. You hear that? That's me playing my radio. I actually want to get a shirt of this, but because my mom doesn't like me wearing shirts to the devil, I'm like, well, one quick thing, I'm like, dude, I wear shirts. I don't care about the logo. I wear shirts because I like the album cover and I like to have that on my freaking shirt, on my freaking stomach it's because I'm not a metalhead that's gonna wear a fucking jacket and freaking chains and leather. I'm wearing a metal shirt because that's how I identify myself as a metalhead. So and that's all I wear. I don't care if I have a like to me like when I go places I'm like fuck I don't have a metal shirt. It's like and I have other band shirts that I've constantly been to. Now I'm just gonna get the metal shirts. And my mom's like, "You have too much." Oh, stop. Technically, I have a mind of like a freaking teenager. Technically, so that's why I do that. You know, obviously, if I want to get dressed up, get dressed up. But if I'm going to the supermarket, I'm wearing a fucking metal shirt, and I'm gonna get my aunt just got me a Merciful Fate T-shirt. Don't break the oath. I'm gonna find a way to get a to get a Hellish Crossfire T-shirt, and if it has Satan on it, oh well, sue me like for wearing. Oh, he's wearing a shirt with the devil. I'm like, dude, it's a fucking album cover. This song is amazing. This is just fucking slavery. I can't do that. Like, I understand the pen guys, but you gotta be fucking rich to play this shit. That's why I want to become a vocalist, because if I'm in a vocal, like, or become a bassist, because I want to cover this shit. I want to be a band and really get them to cover this shit. It gives me so much fucking energy. Devil. See, to me, this sounds like this is very speed metal esque. It Dirk's voice, and Dirk, the vocalist of this album, has still been the vocalist. He still performs with this band live. The guitarist actually played on this. R.I.P. I forgot when they died, but it's just like. I mean, this fucking shit is intense. So now we're going to get into Nightmare. Now, this song is pretty melodic, if you ask me. It's kind of a... This is more into power... This is more power metal territory to me. You know, it gets to the melodic section, and then it just takes in the high gear, and I love it. Now, by the way, I stopped liking Judas Priest for a little bit. When I listen to Dirk's voice, I'm like, fuck, man, I got to get back into Priest. It's like, vocalists like this, and it not because the era Judas Priest I listen to, the way that Dirk sings, he has a Halford-esque in him, and more in the medium registry. Like, when I think of songs like this, I think of more... the Hellion Electric Eye kind of thing. Not really like just I don't know, I get very big Judas Priest vibes for some reason when I hear Dirk singing. So now we're going to get into my favorite song. I mean, and this when people ask me, why do you say heavy metal soldiers? I'm like, well, this is a fucking song. And by the way, I'm going to stop it after this. I know I want to give honorable mentions, but I this podcast has been going on for too long, and I really don't feel like talking anymore. Metal soldiers, heavy metal soldiers, heavy metal soldiers, heavy metal soldiers. Hey. Intense as fuck. I love it so fucking much, dude. No, screaming guitars! The devil! Metal soldiers, heavy metal soldiers, heavy metal soldiers, heavy metal soldiers, soldiers, heavy metal soldiers, heavy metal soldiers, heavy metal soldiers, soldiers. By the way, so quick thing about that album. People consider it to be black metal. Now, I consider it to be black metal only because I really like the vocal style, but it's not, Dirk sounds like it, and he's not like someone like Nasty Ronnie, from Nasty Savage, where he has that sort of, it's the power metal and it's the falsetto. Dirk doesn't really have a falsetto. He has a kind of a raspy voice mixed with the falsetto, and that's why I think he fits the music really well. Obviously, he's no Rob Halford. I'm not even a Rob Halford, even though I really like singing like him. I don't know if anyone that I know is going to be like, yeah, you sound like Rob Halford. Half of the people I know are going to go, who's that? Who's Rob Halford? Like, dude. Oh, shit, man. I just, really, really, if I had some, neighbor, because I don't have a lot of neighbors that like this kind of shit. So I'm like, hopefully I can, walk somewhere, with a heavy metal t-shirt and go, shit, man, I like that fucking shit, People, there are a lot of young kids in my neighborhood. I don't know if anyone, some people say they know Metallica and rock, but just walk through my town with a fucking boombox. I don't know if I'll go to jail for actually blasphemy. Can you imagine? Oh my god, blasphemous fucking shit. like walking by a church having mass. Legions of hell. Oh shit. Like they just, yeah, this guy needs to be arrested for blasphemy. He's gonna get excommunicated. No, okay, yeah, that's just I'm just rambling on it. I'm kind of fucking tired. I gotta do stuff today, so I just felt like waking up early and making a fucking podcast. So this is top 10 new German metal albums, or excuse me, top 10 German heavy metal records. Pretty much,